of chaplains at the University of Leeds and Leeds Metropolitan, and I suppose it's my fault we've all got stuck here this evening for light night. This year, I don't know where the theme came from, so Word became flesh, and then it went from there. The light night's just a fantastic thing. Having walked around a couple of times, I just thought we really ought to do something at the chaplaincy. It's such a great building, such a lovely space. It's a really good opportunity to do something. And we've always done something that's had some sort of faith connection, got people asking questions, curious about what we're doing, but without being too explicit with stuff.
Hi, I'm Verity, and I am one of the artists from the 2012 Light Night at Emanuel Centre. My contribution has been making loads of words out of loads of different materials, such as vinyl, foam board and polystyrene, and using silver foil and all the different sorts of materials I can get my hands on to make 3D words. So a lot of what I've been doing is trying to respond to the philosophical side of what words are and how we interact with words. Especially in the entrance where there's several words hanging up which are in different languages, which mean the word in different languages. And some of them, one of them is in like a brick style paper, and that kind of for me is saying words sometimes mean something really solid for some people, and then there's another one that's in like a really shiny material, and that is representing how words can mean something really glossy and can be made glamorized even. And also having the vinyls on the floor, the fact that they're walking over them, it's kind of like a physical reading. You're walking over it while you're acknowledging what the words are saying. I wanted to add a handmade aspect to things, so a lot of the type is quite jaggedy if you look closely, but from a distance it looks really crisp, and it's all completely handmade as well. I didn't really want to introduce too much machine-made stuff, and even though it took a lot longer, I think there's something about building things with your hands and crafting that we miss in kind of our computer-centered culture and our computer-centered art world.
So I'm Verity Marsh.
Yeah, and I'm Ollie Honeywood.
Yeah, and we're sort of responsible for the photographs of the projections onto naked bodies. There's a collection of 14 images. We were asked to look at the ways that text shapes us.
Yeah,
much like the word became flesh.
Yeah.
So we sort of took that as a literal thing about words on flesh. And then, yeah, so we took lots of photos of very brave individuals. Well, the inspirations come from, sort of given the title of The Word Became Flesh. Matt and I had been to a few different exhibitions, and we've both seen there was a guy at the Yorkshire Sculpture Park that had done called the Plenser, and he'd made bodies out of like literal text forms, and they were really interesting, and he and I both got quite excited about that, and I think it's sort of led on from there really. And also it's been quite a good chance for us to have a collaboration, because we've sort of both on the same course, and you're very much photography based, and last year I was doing a lot of work with projection, so it was a nice way to marry up.
Yeah, we've been looking to do a project together for a while now, and it seemed like the perfect thing
for us both to be involved in.
Yeah, it's worked really well. All the words in the text were chosen by the models themselves. We kind of sit as
those particular texts, like the word became flesh as a sort of saying.
Yeah.
It's quite difficult to describe really.
It's a big thing to get around.
Yeah.
name's Hannah, and tonight I've been helping to coordinate and organise the exhibition upstairs, including producing 9 large prints that have been turned into an enormous light box that are sort of illuminated on the floor, so you can walk over it and look at the images. I've created a large sort of personal library space that's large enough for one person to go in, that's surrounded by books, and the idea is that they just immerse themselves in the books and get reading. Then there's a space for people to listen to text being read and draw what they hear. My inspiration, I suppose, came from people around me, just bouncing ideas off people and thinking. I mean, the theme is the word became flesh, so we wanted to explore how words shape people, and I'm a bookworm, so it was quite an easy theme for me. I love literature, I love books, and so it was very easy to start getting ideas of how I would like to explore artistically the theme of reading. Because I am such a bookworm by nature, it just speaks to me about how books, how literature can form you, how it can shape you as a person and develop you, develop your sort of maturity and your emotional development.
The idea of words on bodies, the way that words shape us, the way that Christ as the Word ultimately shapes our lives as a Christian community and university. That's pretty much where we've got to.